So I made 2 albums entirely by myself, and I'd like to talk a little about it. And as you can hear, I live in a very noisy neighborhood, so it was kinda tough. So let's get into it. I'm Guerra dos Santos. I live here in São Paulo, Brazil. And I'm wearing a Santos shirt as it stands for my name. In order to make these records, I needed mostly this iPad. I bought it exactly this way. It is completely broken. I don't know if it's possible to see, but it is not in a very good state. But it works great, and well, I used GarageBand as you can expect, and here it is. There are various projects that I've done during the past 4 years. And I also needed headphones. So here's the case. I've used these guys. And they're great, you know, they work very well. They're very cheap, but it has been like a year or so. They haven't been working so well, so each time I plug them, I have to make sure they're in the exact position for them to work each side properly, or they just won't. So it would be like I cannot move while I'm recording all that much, otherwise it's not gonna work. I have this acoustic guitar. It's really good and it's simple. I bought it in 2020. I like the sound. I think it sounds great. The problem, it's completely acoustic, so I cannot plug it anywhere. Then I would have to expect my neighborhood to be quiet, so I would have to record it. Or I would just have to make sure that during the production of the song, I would make it like as clean as possible for the noise in the streets to stay outside the song, the music. I don't know. Angela is a very beautiful guitar. I love it. And well, without Angela, it wouldn't be possible to record this actually. My latest record was completely based on this instrument, and I'm glad that I actually acquired this guitar so I could record the songs and made it happen, because I really like how my latest album sounds. Here's the amp. It's very small, it's simple, and I have no microphone, so I would use the iPad's microphone and put it right in front of the amp with a wood bench, which was very small, but I don't have it anymore because my mom just gave it away, so I cannot show you guys. But you have to trust me that there was a wood bench that would sit right in front of the amp, and you know, the sound from I don't think I have enough English to finish this sentence. And for the album cover, I bought a t-shirt and printed a picture of my father in the t-shirt, so it's right here. Here it is. And this is my father. He passed away 15 years ago when I was 4. And I wrote the track list on the back of the t-shirt, and it looks quite pathetic, but Yeah, I released my first record on February 7, 2024, and it's called Platão, está vivo. It means Plato is alive, and it's truly about rejection. I was feeling terrible at the time, like truly like shit, and I just translated my feelings into sound. So if you'd like to hear some no wave, maybe well written post punk obnoxious record, maybe you should give it a listen. But now, with my latest album, which is called 8 Songs by My 18th Self, I really managed to get I reached a beautiful place with that album, and I'm really glad I did, because it is fantastic. And I'm sorry, I'm not being very humble, but I just made a great album, and I'm here trying to sell this idea to you, so you might hear it too. I'm sorry, I have to open the door. My cat is almost eating itself. 8 songs by my 18th self are, well, very self-explanatory. 8 songs that I wrote when I was 18 years old, and they're very personal and special. I made it for my father, for me, and also for my girlfriend, and I think they're very visceral. I was heavily inspired by Godspeed You Black Emperor, Swans, Radiohead, and Sigur Rós. I love these bands, and well, I think I managed to pull a great sound. I also love Frank Ocean. I wanted to mention that. I'd love to show you guys the physical version of my record in CD, but I'll take it tomorrow at the. Well, I record and produce everything at home, but I really couldn't record a CD here in my house, so I sent it to someone who could make the CD, and I'm gonna take it tomorrow. So does that make any sense? This is the next month. I'm at my girlfriend's house and I have the CDs. Here's my latest album, 8 Songs by My 18th Self. That's the name of the record, and it looks very beautiful. Here's the CD. I love it. This is Plato is Alive, my first album. And the disc. Listen to this. Listen to this record, please. Yeah, that's mostly it. I'm recording this video because I know the potential my music have, and I know that it sounds great. I know that I'm good at this stuff, and I just love people to listen to it, because you only exist as a musician when people listen to your music. And I'm kind of tired of writing songs only for me to listen to. So if you watching this video would consider listening to any of these records, I mean, there are only 2, but mainly to 8 Songs by My 18th Self, I mean, I would be really, really happy, because that would mean the world to me. And that's it.